I got your messages. Something wrong with Michael?
He moved his hand. I saw it with my own eyes. He moved his hand, Sonny. I think he's coming back to us. Hey.
Hey.
Wanted to see me?
Yes. I need you to cover my meetings for the hotel for the next couple of days. And anything else on my calendar, postpone it indefinitely.
Okay.
And if Dr. Henson's office calls, put them through immediately.
Right.
She's the one that came up with the medical procedure that Michael was tested for. And she's thinking about putting him in a clinical trial.
Wow. I thought the test showed that he wasn't a good candidate for that procedure.
Yeah, but his hand moved, so it could be a delayed reaction. I'm trying to convince her to come to Port Charles to examine him.
Right.
Yeah.
Jax, I'm sorry. I gotta ask you this as a friend. Are you doing this because you think Michael really has a chance, or is this guilt because your brother was partly responsible for Michael being in a coma in the first place?
First of all, no one needs to know that Jerry is involved in any of this. We're clear on that, right? Especially Carly.
I absolutely agree.
Good. That's why I destroyed the DVD that Jerry sent me. You're absolutely right. Some things should remain buried. I want to focus on the positive. I want to focus on getting Dr. Henson here so she can look at Michael. And then I'm even thinking about moving him to General Hospital after it reopens.
Wow. Moving him out of permanent care, that's a pretty big step.
Yeah, but Carly was right. See, the permanent care facility is not set up for people that are recovering.
And you think that Michael's recovering now, all of a sudden?
He moved his hand, okay?
Okay, Jax, I don't know how to say this. Do you think that you could be overcompensating just a little bit here?
I'm the reason that Jerry was in town when all of this went down. Okay, I covered for him, even after I knew all the terrible things he'd done. I'm definitely partly responsible for putting Michael where he is right now.
I see. But you're making some really big choices here. Okay, you're moving Michael, you're bringing in this doctor, you're neglecting your own business. Are you doing this because you really think that Michael has a shot, or is this just to ease your conscience?
Look, Carly needs my support. What difference does it make why I'm helping her?
Well, it could make a big difference if there really is no hope.
Jax and I were leaving his room, and I went back to turn off the light, and just as I was flipping the switch, I saw his hand.
No one else saw it?
No. Patrick thinks it's just a reflex, but I don't believe that. I know our son is fighting to come back to us.
Is that what you told Patrick?
I told Patrick I want a second opinion.
He's a good doctor.
I know he's a great doctor, but I think he's a little distracted right now with everything that's going on with Robin, and I don't think he's considering every possibility.
Okay, you gotta understand something, okay? He was involved from the start. I don't think it's fair to rule him out.
Okay, listen to me. Michael and I made a deal that he was going to fight as hard as he could to respond to that test, and I know that's what he's doing.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that the odds aren't with Michael.
I don't care about odds. I know Michael is waking up.
Excuse me, did you just say that Michael might be waking up?
Look, Carly made a leap of faith the night Michael was shot. She decided that he was going to wake up, and she never really stopped believing that. That's the way she thinks. That's the way she lives her life. One of the reasons I love her so much, because she never gives up on anything.
All right, but working with this specialist, trying to convince her to work with Michael even against her best instincts, isn't that kind of feeding false hope?
Possibly. But if Dr. Henson says that Michael can't recover, at least Carly would have heard it from the top person in the field.
Do you think he really moved his hand?
Carly saw him move his hand. I'm going to do whatever I can to help her explore all the possibilities to bring Michael back. And she really shouldn't be bothered with any of this Jerry stuff.
I agree. I think keeping a secret isn't wrong if it protects the people that you love.
We're having a private conversation here.
We asked if there was news about Michael.
Carly saw Michael's hand move. doctors aren't making any promises, but he could be a candidate for a procedure that could wake him up.
That's wonderful, Sonny. Well, I'll keep him in my prayers.
Do you believe what you just said?
Well, you got really good instincts, and if you think he's, going to wake up, then who am I to say he isn't?
Thank you.
Anything else you want me to do now? You want me to go to another specialist or some kind of test?
No, Jax is taking care of that, but I will keep you posted on everything.
Hope is not what I do best. But if you believe that Michael's waking up, then I'm going to find a way to believe it too.
How's it going with Dr. Henson?
Well, we're still making arrangements, but she's agreed to examine him.
Okay, well, does she think it's a good sign that his hand moved?
She's staying neutral for now. I'm also contacting other specialists. Look, if we decide to move forward with this, there's going to be some risk involved. Considerably more than there was with the test.
I understand that.
Okay.
But Michael's trying to come back to us, and it's our responsibility to help him any way we can. He wants to be with us, I believe that he can feel how much we love him, and I know he can hear every word we're saying.
I hope not.
I think it's good that he can hear us. That means he knows how much we love him, and maybe it'll help him when he wakes up.
I know, I'm just saying that it must be frustrating for him to lie there, having the people he loves pour their hearts out and not being able to respond.
What do you say to him? Because I only say positive things.
If Michael can hear us, that means he knows exactly how he got to where he is. I can't imagine he'd be too happy about it when he wakes up.
No. But he'll know that we love him, and that's important. And it means so much to me that you're going and spending time with him. He can feel us praying and hoping for him, and that's going to give him strength to come back home.
I wish I could think like you do.
No, you don't. No, because if Michael doesn't wake up, I'm going to have a really hard time with that no matter what I say. And I just have to keep telling myself, this is fair, right? Putting Michael through this test, and I have to make sure that I'm trying to help Michael wake up for Michael and not for myself, because I just can't do anything that's going to hurt my son again. I can't.
It's not your fault what happened to Michael, okay? His life was stolen by some immoral...
Stop. We are going to be positive. We're going to be positive for Michael.